Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the latest Hurricane Tracker app video update recorded Tuesday, July 1st at around 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Well, late last night, about 11 p.m. Eastern, the National Hurricane Center upgraded Invest 91L to Tropical Depression 1, the first depression of the season. And this morning, the system has continued to intensify into the first named system of the 2014 Atlantic season. We now have Tropical Storm Arthur, located about 95 miles southeast of Cape Canaveral, Florida. And right now, maximum sustained winds are 40 miles per hour. It's moving to the northwest, very, very slow at 2 miles per hour. And the minimum pressure is down to 1,007 millibars. The National Hurricane Center does have tropical storm watches in effect for the east coast of Florida, basically from Fort Pierce to Flagler Beach. The reason we have tropical storm watches in effect is because there is the potential that Tropical Storm Arthur could expand in size a little bit and also strengthen a little bit faster than forecast. Here's the radar loop out of Melbourne, Florida. You can clearly see the circulation associated with the low-level center here east of Melbourne. And this, again, is moving very slowly off towards the northwest. This is about as close to the coast that the area of low pressure is going to get. But because of the close proximity and the potential that the storm could grow a little bit in overall size, we do have those tropical storm watches up. We think today the areas that could receive the most effects from this system would be from Palm Coast down to just east of Orlando and down through about just north of the Miami area. We could see these rain bands spiral in, especially if it does grow a little bit larger. Could easily see wind gusts of 20, 30, maybe even 40 miles per hour in some isolated cases. And then on Wednesday, this threat will shift farther up the Florida East Coast, up into the Northeast Coast. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Let me go back to my browser here. Let's take a look at the latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So you can see we have Tropical Storm Arthur. Here's our tropical storm watches. And during the next day or so, the system is expected to turn more towards the north, eventually towards the northeast as a strengthening tropical storm, then eventually off towards the northeast as a Category 1 hurricane. Right now, the National Hurricane Center is forecasting maximum winds at 80 miles per hour. And there is a good chance that the system will at least brush southeastern North Carolina, possibly go right over the Outer Banks as a hurricane sometime early Friday morning. Here's the forecasted position for 8 in the morning Eastern Time on Friday. And then from there, the storm is going to accelerate quickly to the northeast, become extratropical. And we could have some effects up here in southeastern Canada. So if you have interest up in that area or you're a resident up there, please pay close attention to the future forecast for Tropical Storm Arthur. The reason this system will be moving off towards the northeast is we have two main players. We have the Bermuda High, a strong area of high pressure out here in the western Atlantic. Winds around that are clockwise, and the winds will be coming from south to north, and that's what will induce the northerly motion. And then Thursday, Friday, we have an upper level trough swinging out here over the Ohio Valley, and the winds ahead of that will be from the southwest, and that will pick up the storm and move it northeast. So the confidence in the future track is very high, but there is a little bit of wiggle room. If this high is a little bit stronger, the storm could go more inland on the west side of the cone. And if the upper level trough is a little bit stronger, the system may very likely stay completely offshore from North Carolina. But those details will not be able to be fine-tuned until the next day or so. And of course, continue watching the advisories from the National Hurricane Center. And we'll be here with frequent audio updates, Twitter updates, and a video update every now and then as well. Once we get into Friday, as the system is nearing the coastlines of South and North Carolina, we'll be doing some live video updates and basically keep you guys as updated as we can. Thank you so much for using the Hurricane Tracker app. Have a great day.